of Christian influence by Yang Amat Berhormat Tuan Lim Guan Eng and your presence here with us. Of course, perhaps you would also have a group.
It's a one-stop place, and I'm happy to say that this Mapex, we are just largely Penang property focused. And we're happy that as a result of our second Mapex, as part of the revenue, the profits that we generate, we are happy to be able to give back to the needy. Not giving them homes yet, but maybe to help a little bit towards their immediate needs. And we are happy that we are making contributions to the Home Mental Health Association, the Salvation Army Penang Children's Home, Grace Harmony Home, Penang Cheshire Home, the Children Protection Society, St. Nicholas Home, Penang.
Hormat Jagdeep Singh Dio, the Penang State Exco member for Town and Country Planning, as well as Housing. Yang Berhormat Dr. Afif Lahadin, the Penang State Exco member for Health and Agriculture and Agro-Business. Yang Berhormat Danny Lau, the Penang State Exco member for Tourism. Dato' Jerry Chan, the Chairman of Radar Penang. Dr. Teo Poh Huat, the Director of Henry Butcher, Malaysia. Dr. Lim Kim Hua, the Penang Institute Chief Executive Officer, and all the dignitaries and members of the press who are gathered here today. A very good morning to everyone. Terlebih dahulu saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Reda kerana telah menjemput saya untuk merasmikan Mapex City 2014 yang dianjurkan secara bersama oleh Reda dan Harry Butcher. Ini adalah kali kedua pameran ini diadakan kerana Mapex 1 telah diadakan pada awal tahun ini, iaitu bulan 2 di G Hotel, yang telah mendapat sambutan yang baik daripada para pembeli-pembeli rumah. Tentulah saya ingin ucapkan tahniah kepada mereka kerana berjaya melancarkan pameran kedua dalam tahun ini. Now, Penang remains a favourite destination for property investment. With the announcement of the opening of IKEA and its accompanying 8 billion ringgit development at Batu Kawan, followed by another mega project and 11.3 billion ringgit joint venture agreement between the Penang Development Corporation and Singapore Temasek Holdings to develop the high-tech industrial park in Batu Kawan. I think we can be sure that more property development will take place not only in Batu Kawan but also in the neighbouring areas and around the state of Penang. Let us remind ourselves that these companies don't simply choose to invest anywhere. IKEA will have done their thorough due diligence. I'm sure they have also come and talked to Henry Butcher in the process. And they have taken many years. And they have not only considered this site, there are also many, many other sites. But I think what is different for Penang is that we have asked them to pay. Other places probably are willing to offer them free. But we ask them to pay because we know our value. And we never undervalue ourselves. And the fact they are willing to come here to invest 245 acres for a value of 484 million ringgit paid to BDC to purchase the land at 45 ringgit per square feet shows confidence in Penang's future. And followed by Temasek Holdings. You all know that Temasek Holdings is owned by the Singapore government, has their investment holding company with assets of around 270 billion Singapore dollars. 270 billion Sing dollars. And they do not simply sign joint venture agreements. This is the first time they have signed a joint venture agreement with a state government in Malaysia. No, they are a national government, we are only a state government. But they are willing to sign a joint venture agreement with the state government. Again, demonstrates that they are confident with Penang's future, and most important of all, confident with the talent and capability of 1.6 million Penangites. And this is what we have been saying all along. A government can only be as good as its people. And we believe in and have faith in our people because we know you are good. And for us to be good, we have to give you the freedom and the opportunity to realize your potential. So for the Penang State government that believes a government is only as good as its people, this is a tremendous vote of confidence in your ability. I think you should give yourselves a round of applause. I think you also must understand that you must also look after Penangites. After all, a government is only as good as its people must fulfill its responsibility to look after our rakyat. And that's why in order to protect our rakyat, to make sure that they are not priced out, we have imposed a 3% levy on property purchased by foreigners. And I don't think it has made any impact at all in terms of foreign purchases. And also a 2 million ringgit limit for the island, for landed property, and for all other types of buildings, and also on the mainland is a 1 million ringgit limit. And this is necessary in order to ensure there's no property bubble. Because even though growth may not be as high, but if we can enjoy steady growth, I'll prefer slower and steady growth than to have a property bubble. Of course, some of you may not agree because you want to sell everything at the highest price. But I think we must look long term. This government looks long term. We don't look short term. Because those who look short term don't have very long to live on. We look at long term because we want Penangites to have a bright future eternally. And that is why we are willing to have slower growth in the property sector, provided there's no property bubble. And there are certain places in Malaysia where they are suffering from the effects of a burst property bubble. I think you know where these places are, we don't have to mention them. But so far in Penang, we have been able to sustain because we are willing to trade higher growth for sustainable growth. And the key word is still sustainability. So in that regard, we feel that the market, property market is strong and resilient enough, provided we have adopted the right measures, the right cooling measures, so that there is no property bubble. But then again, this will not succeed if our target sector that we want to assist are not getting the banking loans that they need. And for this regard, I reiterate again, the federal government, when you talk about bank loans, they should not be only looking at the big picture. Look at the big picture and use one size fits all policy. It should be customized. Because now they make it almost impossible to get banking loans approval for purchase of houses. Many people buy houses, whether it's low cost, low medium cost, or affordable housing. But then they cannot buy because they cannot get their loans approved. The requirements are so strict. Fair enough, if you are talking about hundreds of millions of ringgit of loans. But why apply the same standard operating procedure? Apply the same approach for 500 million ringgit loan for a 42,000 ringgit housing loan. It should be different. You use the same principles. That is tolak semua. So this tolak semua mentality cannot work, because finally first-time buyers, especially of affordable housing, will suffer. That's why I reiterate my call for the Bank Negara and for the federal government to reinstate DIBS, developing interest-bearing scheme. Let me finish first. Not DIBS for all, no. DIBS for affordable housing and for first-time buyers up to 400,000 ringgit. 400,000 ringgit. That is affordable housing. I think they should be reinstated. Then, at least you can see in that sector, houses are easy to build. Of course, I've got people coming, developers telling me, I build all the low-cost house, but cannot sell. Why? Not because there's nobody wanting to buy, but they cannot get housing loans. So what's the point to build houses where they cannot get housing loans? I think this is a question that must be answered by Bank Negara. And if we want first-time buyers, these are all first-time buyers. Get first-time buyers to buy affordable housing. Let them enjoy DIBS. So I hope that they will approve DIBS. Otherwise, I think the main purpose of helping first-time buyers will not succeed. Now we know that Penang is a livable city and it's very attractive, but I think we also need to work harder to make sure that Penang is attractive not only because we are a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but because we are clean, green, safe and healthy. And we must also understand that we have to play a lot of catch up. Lately there has been an increase in number of hotel rooms for Penang. You can see that over the last 6 years, our number of hotel rooms have grown by 30%, but we still have very much to do. From I think initially from around 10,000 to, oh sorry, not 30%, maybe around 50%, from 10,000 to 50,000, 10,000 to 15,000, so have grown by around 50%. But still, we don't have enough hotel rooms. Why? Because when SPICE is completed and you have big exhibition events, I think you need more hotel rooms. No, I just came back from Phuket where we signed the Treasury City status. And you know how many hotel rooms they have in Phuket? We got around 15,200 hotel rooms in Penang now, on the island and on the mainland. These are all are legal one. Illegal one don't count. Illegal hotel rooms we don't count. We just talk legal. 15,200 like that. You know how many hotel rooms in Phuket? You cannot imagine. They got 70,000 hotel rooms in Phuket. How many tourists do they have? We have 6.1 million. They got 12 million. But why is it when their tourist numbers are double ours, their number of hotel rooms is almost 5 times ours? Why? Because their tourists stay longer. Here at the most stay 2 nights, 3 nights, there stays 5 days to a week. That's why they got to have more hotel rooms. And they have done their part. For Phuket, they have done their part. You have been in Phuket, you know. And that's why they are very focused on tourism. And we must also play catch up so that not only we increase the number of hotel rooms, but also I think we have more attractions. You can see Penang Hill, you can see MICE, SPICE when it's completed in 2 years' time. I think it will be very attractive. Now it's already approaching international status. But with SPICE, I think you put us on the MICE map, and that will of course help to attract more visitors. And then maybe also they will like Penang so much, and like Penang's food so much, they want to come and buy property from you. So I do not need to talk about what makes Penang so special, except to once again, I think urge that the federal government to make sure that first-time buyers are able to get the housing loan applications, and apart from that, they should also ensure that legal fees should also be part of the DIBS package, and stamp duty should be waived to lower the initial entry cost for first-time buyers. It means up to 400,000 they should not charge stamp duty. I'm sure that these savings are not very much compared to how much I think it will help the ordinary Malaysians to be able to afford their homes. And when you talk about using money in Penang, we are focused on building more affordable housing. That's under Jagdeep. We are building 32,575 units. We have allocated 500 million. So I don't think PDC got booth here. No booth. I give you free, you never give one booth free to PDC. You always just now complaining that we lower charges. Now lower charges to zero, and then never give one free booth to the state government. So don't complain. I also can complain one. But what PDC has done is, of course, to focus on the market where we build maximum price 400,000, and we believe that with 22,575 units coupled with another 20,000 quota from the private sector, where they are also required to build low, medium cost as well as affordable housing, we have around 50,000 units. It should be enough to cater for the demand for Penang nights for first-time buyers. Of course, we also got to make sure that no one is left out. That's why the Penang State Government has adopted a very people-centric approach. We do not simply issue development orders, especially when there are residents staying there. They must be resolved first. And the 200-year-old Siamese village, I think this is again shows that even though the Penang State Government or the local council has not given any development orders, but somehow we are still blamed. We have not issued any development orders, but yet we are still blamed. And I do not know how is it that the Penang State Government is involved when it's a dispute between the landowner and the residents there. And at the same time, they also blame us for allowing the zoning of the site to be converted to commercial, when that conversion is done not by this state government, but done in 1996 by the previous government. So they do wrong, we have to bear the blame. But of course, this is not published in the press. Got published in the press or not? Hafiz got or not? No. You see? When all these news come out, true stories come out, not published in the press. But Sinar Harian mesti ada lah. But I'm sure the other press won't come out. Who approved conversion zoning all done in previous government? But that we are always attacked for allowing this and that, when this approval has been done previously. And we cannot just simply change it back. Because you change it back, under the Malaysian laws, they go to court, you have to pay compensation at present market value. And this is something we cannot afford. You change the zoning back, they'll be very happy because they get money for free. Or has Dire Straits, you know Dire Straits? You all know Dire Straits? Dire Straits is not on my time. Old fellows like me, I think Jadi you don't know Dire Straits. Dire Straits, their favorite song, Money for Nothing. Really, you just convert it back like that, they get money for nothing. You are not talking about tens of millions. You are talking about hundreds or hundreds of millions. So this is the problem that we face. When it's converted by the previous state government, there's nothing we can do unless we are willing to pay compensation. And we don't have the resources to pay compensation. But all this is never highlighted in the NST or in the Star in some of the papers They always use it to hammer the present state government, including those who approve. Those in the previous government who approve, they also will blame you. Why you convert? Never convert. And yet we are blamed. Why you convert? Really can turn from black to white and from white to black. Luckily for us, Penang people very smart one. That's why I say a government is only as good as people. Penang people are very smart. They are not easily deceived. And they know who are the real culprits. And that's why in the last elections we increased our popular mandate from 58% of the popular vote to 68%, the highest in Penang's history. And we do that because we are people-centric, yes, but we want to be friends with everyone, with the environmentalists, with the civil society, even with the business people, because you need private sector to keep business moving. And here you have seen that the approach taken by the state government, sustainable development, working hand in hand with private sector as well as with civil society. I think we have seen that Penang has made that necessary progress. Of course, as I said earlier, we still have to work harder to make Penang cleaner, greener, safer and healthier so that we can achieve our objective of being an international and intelligent city. Finally, I also like to commend Reda on behalf of all the developers for their CSR mindset. They will be donating a sum of 50,000 ringgit to various charitable organizations. So I think we should commend Reda for that 50,000. So can donate, really no need to talk about any reduction in charges. So finally I want to, I think that one we can discuss later. But thank you for the 50,000 for all the charitable organizations. So I want to finally congratulate Reda and Hari Butcher Penang for successfully organizing this event and for generous contributions to the community. And once again, I think when we talk about collaboration, we put our money where our mouth is. Thank you very much.
First time ever, a property expo organizer in Penang of such nature. Again, let's put our hands together and thank our gentlemen on stage, and especially our YAB Guan Lim for leading Penang to greater heights.
We also build in our
I'm standing for you.
These are bungalow houses. My sales gallery. Okay, the landscaping.
How many houses are together?
Houses around 113.
And then you got